Good morning, guys. My name is Danny, and I'm going to be giving you today's webinar. Remember that if you guys have any questions, doubts, you can go ahead and ask me, raise your hand, and I will proceed to clear any of your doubts, okay? Um, I'm going to be talking today about the different reports that you can generate throughout REIFax, okay? Um, from our search, you have the option to generate 4 reports, okay? These reports that are in your search, you have to do them throughout the different polygons. Now, we have the absorption rate, the subname report, the X-ray report, and the discount report. I'm going to go ahead and show you how we're going to generate each one of them, okay? If you click on it, it's going to tell you, like I said, that the polygon or shape is required. So I'm going to go ahead and remember that if you have it set for a specific county, you have to do the polygon inside that county. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a small shape. Click on absorption rate, select the type of property, and I'm going to show you what we can see from here. So with the absorption rate, we can see the total properties compared from the subject area, the area that we drew on the map, compared to the whole county. We can see the total properties, properties that are sold, properties that are foreclosed sold, sold less foreclosed sold in absorption rate, and the average sold, and total active properties for sale in this selected area that we did with the polygon, okay? Then we offer you the different um, graphs, sorry. And then we have the description of divided by from how much they were sold to, okay? And then it gives you the quantity, percentage compared to, like I said, the whole county. And then we have this really neat graph. It's the total, basically the absorption rate, what it gives you is the total properties that were sold in this selected area. And like I said, it compares it to the whole county. I'm going to go back. I'm going to select the subname report. I'm going to click single family. If you click on the drop down, you can select condo, town villa, multifamily, more than 10, less than 10, commercial, vacant lands, and mobile homes. For others, I wouldn't suggest you to, personally, I wouldn't suggest you to select it because you're going to get data that's not divided into any of these, and it's not very good. I mean, what you need is already up here. Okay, so I'm going to just select single family, and I'm going to click apply. Over here, what it does, it subdivides each in the area that we selected. Okay, it divides it into subdivisions, and you see the total properties per subdivision. Okay, the distressed properties, properties in pre-foreclosure, in foreclosure, total upside down, but not in foreclosure. It's a very general report. I mean, it does it for the whole county, and you can see the 41 pages for the whole county with the different subdivisions and the data that you have here. Now, you can't do much with this data. It's very generalized. So what you can do is just select it and print or save it. This is what you're going to be able to do with all the reports that we offer you on REIFax, okay? If you click print, it's going to open up a new page, or it's just going to download it depending on your configuration of the computer, okay? It's going to download, and then from there, of course, having it in your computer's archives, you're going to be able to just leave it in your computer or print it out, okay? I'm going to go back into my search, and I'm going to click on the X-ray. Remember that you have to previously have drawn the polygon, okay? The X-ray report is going to show you the total properties in the subject area compared to the whole county, distressed properties, properties properties that are pre-foreclosed, foreclosed, upside down, but not in foreclosure, active for sale, owner occupied, and not owner occupied. So it shows you the total in numbers, and then it gives you the different percentage. Okay, and then we give you the different. I call these apples, but we show you the different graph. Okay. And then if we scroll up a little bit lower, we see the total properties that are pre-foreclosed, pre-foreclosed active for sale, pre-foreclosed not active for sale, pre-foreclosed with less than 0% equity, pre-foreclosed with more than 0% equity, and with more than 30% equity in pre-foreclosed. If a little bit the sale, once again, the appears the whole count. Even lower, it's buyer. You can see um, so your website in active for sale, see total after sale equity or more, pre-foreclosure for sale with equity or more, with for sale more than 30 equity. Once again, the graphs. Scrolling even lower, we see the total sold in the last 6 months, average sold in the last 6 months, total active for sale, months inventory, and the average days market. Remember, this is grabbing the compares it to. After that, we see the average sold price in 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. So it divides it by 3 by quarters of a year, and you see the different prices. Okay, remember this is just an average. And then we have the median. The median, remember that it grabs between the median price between the market value and the listing price, okay? The median sold in the last 3, 6, 12, 9, and 12 months. And this is what the X-ray report would show you here. Now, if you remember, the X-ray report is also shown on the results of a specific property. I'm going to show you how that works out as well. I'm going to go back into my search, and then we have, last but not least, in our search, the discount report. What it gives you here is the discount that properties got when they were sold in an auction. Okay, so you get the address of the properties that were sold, the plaintiff, the known debt, sold price, and you see the difference between the known debt and the sold price, okay, and the percentage of discount they got for what they were sold for, okay, and then of course the short sale days. It gives you over here the foreclosed details. Same thing, the properties that were sold in an auction, these are in short sale, okay, or pre-foreclosed. These in foreclosure, you can see the address, plaintiff, and the actual known debt, sold price, and the difference. And then we offer you the different graphs. Okay? I'm going to go back. I'm going to make a general search. I'm going to go into my managed search, and I'm going to select one of the pre-selected that REIFax offers. Okay. Remember, this is just a general search, okay? I'm going to click search at my top right. And I'm in my results. We don't have any reports, so I'm going to just click on any random property, and we do offer you some over here. So some are very similar to the ones you saw in the search, but they look different from here. I'm going to show you. So with the PAR report, it gives you a property analysis. I would call it like the whole overview in a report, okay? This is useful in case you have an associate partner. You want to show this specific property to somebody else, okay? I find this very useful. Like I said, if you want to share this information. What we do, you can either just copy this link or you print or save it. Remember that you have these two options for the all of the reports, okay? Okay, so as you can see, it's going to show you in just one page the whole overview of the property, including the comparables. Of course, if you noticed, it tells me what I want to see in this report, so I can just leave out the ones that I don't actually want. Okay. The BPO report offers you the comparables, both active and the regular comparables, which are properties that were sold in the last 12 months. So if I click apply, it's just going to show me of course, the subject's property and the different comparables, okay, that this property has. So it's going to divide it with all the information that we see here. And then with the active comps as well. Okay. Let me know if you do have any questions up for now. Remember that I'm here to clear any of your doubts. Let me know if I'm going too fast or if you can hear me clearly, anything, please. Okay. So remember this, the PAR report, as we have it for now, is the whole overview, a report of the whole overview, or actually what you select view of the overview of the subject's property that we're looking at now. The BPO report is going to show you the only the active comps and the regular comps that were which is the properties that were sold in the last 12 months within a 0.5 mile radius. And then, of course, we have the, pause. The BPO report in case, so we have our comparables over here. This is what we saw in the BPO report. Remember that you can always modify your comparables over here. So the default distance is a 0.5 mile radius. Let's say I want 0.2. I can filter up to 2 mile radius. Okay. So whatever I have over here, it's what's going to show in my comparables. Okay. So you notice that it went from, I don't remember how many properties in our comps, and now I have 2, which is the current page of comparables. So you can always modify and play with it in case you do want. Remember, I went to the top right, filter comp. If not, I can just reset and have my total 9 properties back. Okay. The absorption rate over here is basically the same thing that we did see in the search. It's going to give us the subject property, but remember that it just selected before we clicked on it. Oh. Before we clicked on it, it gave us the distance of the 0.5, or you can select up to 2 miles, okay? Then we have the subname. It's the same thing as the report as in the search, okay? So it's gonna, remember, this is going to be a very general report based in the whole county. That's gonna divide the data into these different columns that we do give you here, and by subdivision, okay? Then we do have the X-ray report. So we did have an X-ray report in our search, but this one's a little different. Instead of drawing the polygon, we just did the 0.5 mile radius from this property, and so we don't have to draw anything in the map. It's just going to go in the 0.5 mile radius from this property's address compared to the whole county and all of the data that I did read to you before, okay? Then we have the discount. This one as well is like the one on the search, the ones that we get discount for. Let me show you again. We put in the distance. Just gonna click apply. Okay. So they didn't find any discount in the 0.5. Let's go up to 2 miles. Okay, in the 2 mile radius, in the 2 mile radius from this subject's property, they only found one at a 1.31 mile distance, and from almost a mile in foreclosure and pre-foreclosure that were sold in this status. Okay, so we have the known debt, sold price, and the difference, and then the percentage that they got. You see over here, and this is the data that we offer you from here. Okay. When we print, remember that it's going to either open up a new window, and you can see, you can either, depending, like I said, on the configuration of your browser, it will either open up a window or download it directly into your computer. But if you want to print it out and you do have a printer connected, you can select the printer, okay? If not, you can just click Save in Destination, Save as PDF. This is just a personal tip. This is really apart from REIFax, but it's a detail that not everybody knows about, where you can save as a PDF instead of just printing out. Okay, and then you can just save and it will download to your computer automatically with this view that you have over here. It's really neat, actually. I like it very much. And then I'm going to close this. And then we have the save. With the save, I'm going to, for example, put, you guys know that for the ones that always see my webinars, I always put today's date. It's 9/13. I'm going to just click OK. And I'm going to show you where we can get these documents that we do save from the system, or any report that we do generate. So if I save any of these reports that we have over here, they're all going to be saved into the same place in REIFax. Remember, when you click save, it doesn't mean that's going to download. It's going to save it into your system. So I'm going to click on the house at the top left, and I'm going to go to Documents. From here, you have the different names of the documents that you have saved or reports, let's say, and you click on it once, it's going to open up the report, and you see over here, really neat, okay? And if it's going to open up, of course, remember that you have to have your pop-up blocker enabled, and you can either click copy URL and paste it in an email. Okay, over here, just click over here and you're going to have it already in your clipboard. And all you need to do, for example, I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to click compose. And over here, I'm going to just paste. Oh, so now I can share it with whoever I want. They're not going to have access to your account, only to this specific report. Guys, do you have any questions? Do you want me to go over anything again, or have any question about the system? Well, if you guys don't have any questions, then I've been fantastically clear, okay? I'm going to go really quick over the overview so that you know well, we actually have a few new features. I don't know if you've noticed that you can, instead of going back to your results, you can just click next to view all the properties without actually getting out of the overview of any, okay? If you notice my account a little different from yours, it's because I have the realtor license permission. What does that mean? That I, for example, as a realtor, contact REIFax and their agents with my license number, and they verified it and they enabled a special permission. This way, I don't have to go out of my overview to actually view any images of any properties, which I honestly like this property very much. Okay, I don't have to go out of the actual overview to any additional links to view any pictures, okay? Apart from that, if I go to listing details, I'm going to see everything over here instead of actually clicking on any of the additional links, okay? I do still have the option, but I didn't have any necessity because we have this. So if you're a realtor, you don't have that permission and you do have your active license, please do contact us with your license number. We'll verify it and we'll activate this really special permission, okay? Apart from that, I was telling you that from our comps, you're able to filter. You can filter your comparables. For example, this property has a lot of comparables. You can see the sold price goes from and to. Honestly, will this market value wouldn't be correct because we have from 223 to almost 1.5 mil. Okay, so I'm going to select all of them, and I'm going to deselect the 223. I would guess the 553, I'm going to leave it in, okay? Because I can see that it was last sold for 510. So I would guess I'm going to just leave this in. And I'm going to deselect these that go way too high. Okay, so now I have selected out of my 17 comps, only 8 properties that remember that Danny is not a realtor or an investor. I'm just making a wild guess that these comps are a little more, how do you say it? They're more similar to this property that we're looking at here, okay? Because it was last sold for that price. And I'm going to recalculate my value. You can see that my new calculated value is this, okay? And my last one for the general market value is 800. You see that it went down a lot. So I'm going to calculate, instead of my market value, I'm going to calculate it based on this value, the 665. Okay, so that is a very special detail that not everybody knows about. And remember, you can always play with your comparables. Um, when you go to filter, you can either search by property type. Remember, this is for only your comparables, okay? You can, the default distance is a 0.5 mile radius, but you can go up to 2 miles, okay? I'm just gonna leave it at 0.5. You can calculate by or filter by gross area, living area, year built, okay? Um, by closing date, remember that this is within the last 12 months that it closed or that were sold in the last 12 months. You can see over here the different dates. Let's say that instead of 12, I'm just going to select 6. I mean, this is a way of filtering. And then you have with pool, waterfront, bedrooms, bath, or subdivision. Let's say yes. I'm going to go ahead and filter. Let's see what we do get like this. Okay, let's take out this subdivision and let's filter again. Great. Okay, so now we got 6. Well, these are actually 8, sorry. From these 8, going in a 0.4 mile radius, we can see that we can recalculate value like this, and it went actually up. Well, of course, with this 1.5, 1.1, it's going to go up. But of course, these are the different ways of recalculating your value. You did get the idea, but I don't know how to actually calculate it as a realtor or investor. But you are a master. After that, if you are with the DREA mentoring program, you're going to have the investor's offer. This is a report that will generate or that will actually tell you how it generates the offer price. Okay. For example, if you have the offer factor of 75, you're going to round it to, for example, the 500s, and I want it rounded to my medians. So the median is going to be calculated, the median price of the market value and the listing price, okay? So over here, it's going to show us our comparables, because remember that the market value is grabbed from our comps, okay? Our active comps, and then the actual report of our investor's offer. So the active comps are important because that's where our active value comes from, okay? So I get the listing price, market value, active value, our percentage that we calculated, and the low offer price, and then the investor's offer value, which is this. Then I'm going to round it into my hundreds, and then I'm going to get my rounded offer. This is how it calculates it. This is the report, like I said, for those mentoring students with DREA. You can also add this subject property to your follow-up, add it to a mailing campaign, or for all our users, you can send your contract directly from here. But I would definitely make an offer on this property. Okay. Guys, do we have any questions so far? Do you want me to go over anything in the system? Any doubts, questions of anything that I have showed today? Well, I'm guessing that I've been as clear as the water, and I'm very glad that you guys, or that I have cleared any doubts with the reports. A short overview of what we have or what we can see from our subject property that we can play with our comps, and the different reports that we do offer you from the search or from the actual overview of a property. If you guys have any questions, doubts of anything that I have showed today, please go ahead and contact us through our live chat. Remember that we're available from Monday to Friday from 9 to 6 p.m. Or you can view our short videos in our help. Remember that over here, they're very straightforward. They're short. I think they're maximum 8 minutes long, but they're very useful, okay? I would suggest you to take a look at our videos over here in this panel or in this tab, and you will see that they're divided into different folders of, and they will show you the different things that we could actually do. Okay, we also have the reports, how you can create, save, and send reports in case you have any questions of how we did it today. Remember that also our webinars are available on our main page. I'm going to show you really quick. In resources webinars, we have our previous recorded webinars since last week back. So you can see all of them. Remember that, of course, these are from half an hour to 1 hour long, but they're very useful. Thank you for accompanying me today. It's been a pleasure. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and rest of your day.